How's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at The Neighbors. This is from Boom Studios, and this is an all-new issue number 1 of a brand new series. Whenever there's a new horror book out there, I am always kind of curious, and someone in the comments section, I think it was last week, told me that this was coming out, and I thought, yeah, sure, why not take a look at it? And this kind of sets up this thing, you know, you get this family, and it's like it's a remarriage, you know, the mom is dating someone else now, the daughter doesn't know how she feels about him, and the family has definitely some personal things they want to work out. They go to the new house. It's one of those moving into a new house horror stories, and it appears that the neighbor is some sort of witch, and there is some sort of plant-based horror that's going to be going on. And overall, there are things in here that I think are interesting, and I think will prove to be interesting later on in this book, but we only get kind of hints at them in issue 1. And it is one of those things, you know, we get a cool opening sequence, and there is a fun little sequence towards the end. I just kind of wish this book had a stronger hook, you know? I wish maybe it was just a little bit more direct with what the plant magic is, so we could see the threat and want to read more issues, because it's kind of vague enough that it didn't really hook me, you know? I mean, we're getting the good standard family moves into a new house type deal, which we've seen a lot in horror, and it's worked a lot before. It's why they keep doing it. And the idea that you would be like the neighbors of something really scary, maybe, you know, okay, there's an idea there. It's just, I don't know, nothing that really struck me. I'm not saying that there's anything that it really did super wrong. I just wish it hooked me better than it really did. So yeah, overall, I think it's okay. I just, I don't know. I might wait for trades for the rest of this one. There might be some people that it really rings with, and if it does, you know, good for you. It's just, I don't know, didn't quite hook me, but it's not bad either. I guess if we want to talk about this in further details, I'm going to switch to the close-up camera. I'll show you guys a little bit of the story, a little bit of the art. I won't be doing any major spoilers, but I will do some analysis. Anyway, without further ado, let's switch to the close-up camera. Alright, here we are inside the castle, taking a closer look at The Neighbors, book number 1 from Boom Studios. Let's bring this closer to the camera, and I do have to say, I really do like the cover here. All these hands reaching out, all these windows on these like townhouses with all these people poking out the foggy street, and then our characters dressed in these really nice, you know, I love the pop of this orange hair and the blue, and then, you know, her with like the little purple devil on her shirt, and 2 little eyes, and even this nice little detail of this little faint underpainting of the haunted house, or I don't know if it's really haunted, but their house there that didn't have to be there, but is a nice detail. Overall, cool cover. Definitely like it. If we crack the book open, we get to see the credit page, and we get The Neighbors story by Jude Ellison S. Doyle, art by Letizia Cadonici. Sorry if I mispronounced any of that. And there's the extended credits right there. And after that, we do get into the book proper. I'm not going to be doing any major spoilers, but I will show you guys a little bit of the story and the art. But I'll be avoiding the end. Anyway, we open up with the scene where 2 hunters find a body below a tree in this little circle of flowers. And I do want to say, the little barbed wire around the pages, a nice little touch, and the artwork is pretty fun in this book, kind of angular and stuff. Anyway, they bring the girl home, only to find that she's turned to straw. What's going on there? Well, we jump to the present. It doesn't really say how long has passed, and we see this cute little kid in a gator mask walking up to this old lady who's apparently doing some sort of ritual. I don't know what her deal is. Maybe she's some sort of witch performing a spell. I don't know. But the mother runs up and takes the kid away, apologizing, "So sorry to interrupt you." And then we find out that they're the neighbors of this lady, and we see someone looking in from across the street. And it turns out this person looking across the street is the lady's husband, and the husband is transgender and is worried that the neighbor across the street knows and is judging him, saying old people just know, and also saying she's probably racist. And the thing is, you know, I get if you've been hurt in the past, I really do feel for you, and I get where you might start to be worried about what other people might do if you've had a bad experience. I mean, I totally get that. But that being said, you know, you can't know until they actually do something. And right now he's just interpreting from an old lady's stare, you know? And it's like, you know, a look is just a look. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. You know, you have to actually have her do something, you know? And I do feel bad if you had a bad experience in the past, but like that being said, don't be ageist, okay? Anyway, we get a scene where the mom goes to the daughter, and the daughter does not like being in this new place, and she's also a little worried about the mom's relationship with her new husband. And we get this line here: "You left mom for a younger woman who turned out to be a man. I'm going to be in therapy until we all die of climate change." Well, that's explaining the family dynamic there really, really quickly, and I am glad that we did get a pointer line explaining what's going on, but we can tell from this line, but also from a few other things, that this book does kind of current issue stuff. You know how books will want to be relevant and talk about what's going on, but man, sometimes, like I said, it's stuffing. They're fitting every single current issue they can think of, and it really is kind of distracting, you know? So, like, right there, we get climate change. Later on, she'll bring up that she's vegetarian. Earlier on in that scene with the husband, he's complaining about Fox News. And it's like, okay, I guess people are talking about these things, but when it just happens, you know, so rapidly over and over again, it really does feel like the book's stuffing it in there, trying to just say, here's every political thing that people are thinking and talking about. If we put every single thing in there, we can be relevant, right? And focus on the story and the characters, because the characters really aren't bad. I mean, especially, you know, this fun little kid that just wants to play with her kitten toy, you know? So anyway, they start to settle into the town. We get a fun scene where the dad sees the neighbor doing something weird with a garden snake. And towards the end of the book, I won't go any further than this, but a mysterious figure will show up at their house really late at night saying, "Your mother asked me to do some housework," which is a story the daughter doesn't buy, and honestly almost seems like one of those scary stories you'd read on Reddit. But I won't go any farther than that. But let's just say a few things do happen that do kind of set up the rest of the book. Like I said, I'm kind of curious where they're going with the plants and stuff. You know, that girl that turned into that straw person at the end of the prologue. That was fairly interesting, but I really wish there was a bit of a stronger hook or something stronger to pull me in. I mean, it seems interesting enough. I might check out the trade. I don't know. It's just, this one kind of just missed me. I'd be curious to know what you guys thought of it, because I could see some people totally liking this, you know, and if it's your vibe, that's cool. It's just, I don't know. It was okay. Anyway, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my comic book issue number 1's playlist, where you can see me talking about various issue 1s of different comics, giving a bunch of different series a try and seeing what I like and don't. So if you want to see me talk about more issue 1s, you can find them in this playlist right here. Anyway, have a good day. I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Relevant playlist on the bottom. Have a good day now.